Dear ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. I'd like to start this session by appreciating you so much for making this channel grow. If you wish to support us, just subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. So I believe that most of you were glued to your screens yesterday when William Samoei Ruto hosted King Charles III and a couple of other business leaders and political leaders. In that meeting, one person who so many people never expected was Jaswant Singh Rai. And the name Rai reminds you of the abduction and what William Ruto said about mambo ni matatu.
Wakora wote wako katikati, musikuwe na wasiwasi ati kuna mtu atakuja kutuongelesha Kiingereza hapa, sijui muhindi fulani, sijui nani. Hapana, hiyo haiwezekani. Sijui mwingine ananiambia Rai nani.
And also it reminds you about the sugar cartels whom William Ruto promised that he would take to heaven.
Ambia mambo ni mangapi? Matatu. Wakitaka kuniletea kisirani, either wahame Kenya, ama nitawaweka jela, ama wasafiri waende mbinguni.
The name Singh Rai. So the question here is, how did Rai get to welcome King Charles III? In a video that I'm about to share with you, ladies and gentlemen, there is something that is being pronounced there. And King Charles is told this is the owner of the building. And then he ends up shaking Rai's hands.
That's the owner of the building.
And by that move, it is enough evident that the building that King Charles had toured or had entered or visited was RAI'S building. So Kenyans have reacted to this move, and especially from the video, it is seen behind, seeing that you can see Mudavadi is there. Not behind, behind King Charles there is Mudavadi. But if you look at that video, again, just check it carefully. The other side, there is William Ruto, who seems to be avoiding Rai. So I don't know whether you are seeing it. There's someone there who's shaking hands with I think another diplomat, a white diplomat, if you check very carefully. So to me, I think that person is William Ruto, because there is no way King Charles would have gone to that place without William Ruto, because William Ruto is the host. So Kenyans have taken to social media to express mixed reaction after that handshake between the King Charles and Rai. So the incident occurred when King Charles III visited the promenade, a multi-tenant commercial office building in Westlands owned by the billionaire Jaswant Rai. The video elicited mixed reactions from netizens, majority of whom seemed surprised that the billionaire had met the British monarch, considering his recent squabbles with William Ruto. So some Kenyans have accused Ruto of having played them when he issued the famous Mambo ni Matatu warning to Rai and other perceived sugar cartels. A few other netizens argued that since King Charles III was visiting the promenade, Mr. Rai ought to have been there as the owner of the building. Well, there are so many people reacted to this greeting, and normally, if at all, Jaswant Rai was not supposed to greet King Charles, then I think that would have been organized, that asikue pale kumsalimia King Charles. But because King Charles recognizes that building, the person who was invested there, mtu ameekeza vilivyo, he had to be introduced to Rai. So there are people who have reacted to this issue, like there is Cornelius Keiron, who said, so Jaswant Rai who was recently abducted by KK regime, was among the distinguished guests invited by King Charles III. Lens, man. Then there's someone by the name Mutiso said, huyu si ni yule jamaa alijikidnap after tumeambiwa mambo ni matatu. I guess kuenda juu literally meant to go up the ladder of success. So there is another person by the name Captain Dominic Omondi who says, we all knew Ruto was playing games with Western Kenya. Njama Githu Gikuhi says, he gave concessions, he will go back to his thieving ways, and the masses in Western are happy. Okay. So Kulo Conrad says, people swallowed Ruto's lie about dealing with the sugar cartel's billionaire just one try. Can we have all of you telling us how he got to the point of welcoming King Charles III? So Bianca, one of the famous bloggers in X, says, President William Ruto must have played us on the issue of the sugar cartel called just one try. I have seen someone like him at the State House. So these are just samples of some of the remarks or the comments which I've sampled regarding that that incident of King Charles meeting Jason Try. It was not expected. Nobody expected that this would happen, but it did happen. So why do you think this could have been planned? You know, in UK, the person who is heading the government operations is a person of the Indian originality or the Indian origin. The Prime Minister there. The delegation that was there when King Charles was being introduced to leaders was majorly a delegation of the Asian or the Indian origin. So it was expected that Jason Try was going to be in that delegation of people who King Charles was going to meet. Mind you, King Charles is a philanthropist also, and being an environmentalist, like just what people are saying, he wanted to meet with likes of Jason Try. People have invested heavily in Kenya. So I know going forward that the people, all the leaders in Western Kenya, will have a different perspective to what William Ruto said when he had that tour of the Western region. It was about 5 days tour of the Western region. We talked big things, talked about the plans of dealing with the sugar cartels. So how King Charles ended up shaking hands and visiting a cartel's premise is one thing that is making Kenyans feel shocked, somehow shocked, because they never expected that this would happen, but it did happen. So what is way forward? Do the people in Western Kenya still have the zeal about the sugar cartels in Western Kenya? I think this is something that, again, just like I always like to say, time will tell. But as you speak right now, Jason Rai has climbed another ladder of success by officially meeting the king himself, and the king touring his building. Probably King Charles was mesmerized by the fact that that building belonged to Jason Rai, and that move, you see, that move, the fact that he shook hands with the King Charles, that enough gives him protection. Some of the reasons why this could have happened is because probably the UK commissioner could have planned this visit, because he could have realized that this is one person who is doing good for the people of the Republic of Kenya by offering jobs. Now, if he can be kidnapped or abducted or forced to suffer because of allegations, it's not good. So probably the UK High Commissioner could have planned this meeting for King Charles to meet Rai in person, so that going forward, I think he gets the respect he deserves from the government of the day. So I think that is a point here, ladies and gentlemen. What do you make of that handshake between the two? What do you make of the handshake? Just go below the comment section and tell us what you think about that handshake between Rai and King Charles III. If King Charles wanted to ignore Rai, he would have done that because of maybe the allegations that he's a corrupt individual or because he is a cartel, he could have chosen not to shake hands with Rai, but he did choose to shake hands with Rai. So, ladies and gentlemen, just go below the comment section and offer your comments regarding that. And also, to those people who are not subscribed to this channel, I'd like to kindly request you to subscribe to this channel. Give this video a like and don't forget to hit the notification bell. It's so important. Or to those people who supported this channel by either subscribing, liking, or giving our videos, or sharing our videos, I want to say here that I'm forever grateful for that support, because without that support, this channel could not have grown. So until we catch up again, please stay safe and stay blessed.